Are you looking to start a Turo business? I bet the number one question you have is, what cars perform the best on the platform? Or, what car should I buy? Well, I got an answer to your question. Turo has given us this great tool called the calculator. You want to come up here where it says learn more and hit that for the drop down. And then you'll see it here, calculator. Hit that. This is what you're going to use to determine how much your potential vehicle can make in a matter of days. So it could make at least this amount, but it could make more. So let's see. Let's do an example. I'm going to pick, let's go to 2017. Let's go with a BMW. Let's go with 3 Series. Let's pick Dallas or any city. Let's go with Phoenix. Okay, search. You see how that works? 17 days booked out of the month, you'll make $977, and your earnings per day will be $56. Now, you can do this as many times as you want. Hit the back button and do it all over again. Let's pick an older car, 2013. Let's say it's a regular, everyday economy car. Let's see, probably something like a Chevrolet. And under Chevrolet, we'll have, I don't know. Let's go with a Malibu, or let's go with an Impala. Let's pick a new city. Well, let's keep it the same just to compare. Search, and here we are. 17 days gives you $539 a month and approximately $31 a day. Now, it may rent for more than 17 days. It may rent 20 days, 25 days. So this is how you would figure out what your car is worth. Now, if you don't have a car yet and you're trying to figure out, what should I buy, then this is what you would do first. Go to a new window, and we'll go to, you want to Google this particular article that I found. The keywords, let me see, what cars perform best on Turo. See, it comes up. The very first one, I went to it before. Maybe that's why it comes up for me. But anyway, this is the one you want. It's actually put out by Turo. And as you read this article, you come down, you'll see the Jeep is the best performing Jeep on the platform. But there's other ones, and they do it by category. So this is the daily, like, economy cars, small cars. The Fiat, the Ford Fiesta, the Smart Fortwo are the smallest, cheapest daily average cars, and this is how much they make. Average days booked. This is the days it takes to reach that amount, and this is what you can expect to make. So basically, you go by section, right? So you come down to the sports cars. If you want to make a little bit more, then they have it sectioned off into luxury cars. The best performing car on here is a Tesla. See, they have the trucks and SUV section, vans and minivans. And so what you'll do is you'll figure out, based on your budget, what you would like to get. Now, let's look at a Ford Mustang. A Ford Mustang, $796 a month. Now, keep in mind, this is going to change depending on the city that you're in, right? Because every market is different. So I'm going to go back to the calculator and I'm gonna put that in, a Ford Mustang. I'll put in a 2015. Ford, Mustang. We'll pick a different city this time. So I happen to be in DC. I'll do DC. $795. Is that what it said? 13 days, $795. Let me see what it said over here. Ford Mustang said $796. Okay, yeah. So it's coming in at about that. Let's pick a different city. Let's do Miami. You see that? Miami, it can make $1,190. Miami is one of the hot cities. If you put this in Hawaii, oh man, it would be through the roof because of what the market is doing in Hawaii right now. I thought it would be more than that. Oh wait, this calculator is not showing what the market is doing right now. In Hawaii, this is what is really going on. This picture is from a Turo group from like 2 weeks ago. The market is $432 a day for this Ford Transit. And that's solely due to the scarcity of rental cars on the island. And it's like that in some other cities, but it's really, really, really high in Hawaii because Avis, Enterprise, all of those places sold off their fleets of cars at the beginning of the pandemic, and they haven't recouped them yet. So people are flocking to Turo for rentals. That's why the price is high. It's high here on Turo. However, the daily rate, if Avis did have a car, would be higher. It would be like $700. So that's why the market is the way it is there. But okay. So you would do this for your individual city. Vegas, not as much. Well, more than DC, but not as much as Miami. Philly. Okay. And so that is how you would determine what's a good vehicle to buy and how much can it make. So now another thing to pay attention to is, because this was the issue that I had when I was trying to decide what to get. Do me a favor, hit the like button really fast before you get to the end and forget. Thank you. So I ultimately got a BMW, but I was debating between a Jeep Wrangler, right? Let me see, where's the price for Jeep Wrangler? Trucks. Okay, so a Jeep Wrangler. Look, it says in 5 days you can make over $800. So let me go put in Jeep Wrangler. And then let me see. The BMW I got was a 5, but it didn't say 5 on here. You see they have BMW 3 Series is their best performing vehicle. But I'm going to tell you that most people, I don't think, care the series. If it's a BMW, it's a BMW. I don't think they care whether it's a 2, a 3, a 5, or a 7. You know what I mean? I think they will all do well regardless. So in my city, when I was looking between the both of them, my BMW is a 2016, so I'll put that in. And it's a 5 Series, and then I'll go back to DC. It made more sense. I see it went up a little bit, but it was saying $1,091 back in April, and now I'm in June. So it made more than the Jeep. So if I switch this to a Jeep, Wrangler, DC. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you compare the price, and then you compare what your car note is going to be, then you could decide what makes the most sense. Because at the time I was looking on Carvana's site, my car note would have been about the same for the Jeep as it would have been for the BMW. So I decided it made more sense to get the BMW because I could make $200 more, a little bit more than $200 more a month on the platform for about the same amount of days. So you have to just go back and forth between this site and the cars that they say that do well, and then come over here to the calculator, put it in for your city, see what that does, and then go to where you're looking at purchasing from and figure out what your car note is going to be, and then you can determine what makes the most sense. I hope this helped. One last tip before you go. If you're going to get in this business, you will need a tracking device for your vehicle. Check out my next video. You'll see why.